Okay, basically, what I'm trying to do, I'm waiting on the cops to arrive. This is Saturday, the 8th, April the 8th, 2017. And these are the signs I have out today. You can't see, I don't have my good glasses on, I just have sunglasses on. There are the monkeys. There's the crawl. This is one crawl. The tree that fell Wednesday, that's one I refer to as Joseph. Look one right here, there was a little two trees, the one I refer to as the Holy Ghost, which is pregnant Virgin Mary. And that one back there meet Trinity Time Warp Version 2,000 years later. So Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, what they did. Joseph is who I consider the father, not God, but Joseph. And the Holy Ghost I consider soon to be married during a time when women had no say so in politics, even who they were given off to. So you had a lot of young girls given off to much older men that probably knew nothing about sex, and all of a sudden their mothers. So that's basically what all this is about. Part of it anyway, not all of it. It has a lot of it to do with the green laws in the neighborhood and all the tree falling and all that. And I think we should, if humans aren't going to control their own population, take it, there's such a thing as collective free will. And if humans can't take it upon themselves to control the population, then I think we should stop allowing trees to be cut down period for whatever reason and let it come up and fight. I don't like to see people hurt, but it's the whole control population is being hurt into it. So just earlier today, somebody stopped talking to me off the tree. He claimed to be a neighbor. Howdy, partner, God, we trust one up. Truth be God, universe, what it said. Why not? Why is that so hard? Talking about trees, he said he was the owner of the property that had the trees. My tree fell on Wednesday, knocked out the power to the neighborhood. Another set of trees fell down, not Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yesterday, yeah. And down here, and he claimed to be the owner of that property. I do not know him, and but it started off innocent enough. But then it started getting weird, and we came up here talking about the site. He started to ask about the tree, and I was trying to talk to him about the tree. But then he walked up his way, and I followed him, and he started getting all offended about the fuck word, fuck the law act, the finger, and all that. And then as we went into the conversation, he got accusing me of going in a circle, but he would never let me finish it. He would ask me something, but never let me finish it. Everybody wants a short answer to the question. Well, it's too complicated. What I'm doing is give a short answer. And then as we got into the conversation, I began to realize, as he started getting more aggressive and abusive to me, I began to realize he's down with familiar. And he turned me on, and he started saying things that he sound like he didn't know me. You know, he lived down here and he lives in Falmouth. And then I realized, he's down just another way up. He come here back, stopped, angry about my Gothic flag sign, but those had question marks on them. You know, you had Gothic flag, you had no true fault. And although I put up a different set of signs that day, and he got verbally abusive with me then, and I realized he had just had the end in it, and I told him to leave. Well, I was going out once, I said, you sound just like him. Never admitted to being that guy, and I'm not going to say that he actually is that guy, but I'm almost pretty sure it is. But all of a sudden, he actually shoved me. And I changed, when I had enough, and he had a partner, I was careful or not. When I realized, I was getting to know who he was, getting to know with him. Howdy, partner, and God be trustful or not. Truth be God, you know what he said. Why not? Why is that so hard? By the way, I got into my first physical altercation, so he got God attacked me. Howdy, partner, and God be trustful or not. Truth be God, you know what he said. Why not, sweetheart? You looking for somebody? You got the right property? Never mind. You look like you were lost.
48.
Never mind. Howdy, partner, and God be trustful or not. Howdy, partner, and God be trustful or not. That's 1848. 1848. I just now realized what you were asking. Where was it going? 1848. Yeah, by the way, the two ladies next door to me adopted a baby. And I just saw the baby for the first time Wednesday when my tree fell. And they had the goddamn thing since November. And, you know, although there's been nights, they listen to the midnight show, we talk about different things. They never really initiated any conversation, that anything, or showed any signs that they are hearing anything I'm saying. And then how that baby since November. I know about it. Well, that tells me a lot about the hour and shit. Although I think one mother definitely it just went right, fucked up and killed mentally as anybody else, but I don't think it'd be. I think it'd be a great mother. But at the end of this, all said and done, when I started to realize about the two neighbors next door, the lesbian, yeah, they might as well go ahead and kill that child in town. Started to take someone else from their own generation. The trouble of being vilified, having done it for them instead. They are behaving really the same as all my other neighbors. I hate to say that, but if they don't change their ways, things are going to get worse very rapidly. Everybody's worried about me. How can you ask me if I have a gun? And no, I have never owned a gun, cared on a gun, I never have owned a gun. All I said to Janet that day, I talked about you listen to the way they talk to her, I raised both of them. But all I said was, how do I talk about the devil in one person? How do I gun? I gotta kill myself. And she didn't. Although I know that she didn't react to it. What happened to George, Reverend Dr. Gary? Howdy, morning, y'all. What happened is Reverend Dr. Gary, George Robert Gary Sr., Doctor of Theology, Reverend Doctor, and he's the counselor just down the street at Caring Council Center, Georgia, where they offer anger management addiction program. You would never have known that from the way they react. All they've done is taken advantage of the natural people of people that just say nothing gets thrown and they step back and fed me to the lion. Well, 7 years later, although I'm still not winning, when you consider everything that's happened and added up, he showed up right after the altercation. The guy ran. I'm not going to talk about the fight. I waited on the cop. They were here earlier. Then I realized they said they were going to go from my place and check the guy out on the street, but they went the other way. And I realized they gave me no case number or anything. I didn't get a good impression. They were listening to me while they were here. I can't have a feeling I'm being set up, so I call the cops again. I'm waiting on them. And the reason why I'm doing this is just my confidence. And this is just a gimmick, all of this. See if they can look past this and see the truth rather than use it and excuse to believe them crazy. So, Isaiah 9, the Bible said, yet for all this, his anger is not turned away, his hands still raised, his gloom and doom is not what you wanted, it's not positive at all, positive thinking, very negative. And it talks about killing children yourself and all that, and that's where I got the idea. And it said, and yet for all this, his anger is not turned away, his hands still raised. That's hand or anger. Well, I got that, Mary. You don't have to close the discussion. Isaiah 9, that's the same thing. Howdy, partner, you got to trust one up. Howdy, partner, you got to trust one up. Here's the guy you working with there. Why is it so hard? Howdy, partner, you got to trust one up. That was just a bad name. All this is just beginning. See if they can look past this and focus on truth rather than use that as a distraction. Well, Dr. Gary showed up right after the altercation, and he just kind of circled in. He had the window down, and I said, well, congratulations, Dr. Gary. I just had my first physical altercation. Until you do right by me, more and more people are just getting sucked into that. And he said that he didn't drop going out very slowly. He said that people can't make out. I said, you are not a good man, Dr. Gary. King Solomon style. So King Solomon going to put the baby in half, and no, two women fighting over it. And but in his later years, he fell into corruption, idolatry, and kingdom split in two. He became corrupt. So he started off as a good man, but he became corrupt. And basically, my story with his wife and my mother in Arkansas, in my story, this is the recontextualization of King Solomon. He's the unwise King Solomon. I'm the little baby boy growing up. And I'm being torn between two indifferent women, my mother and his wife. I also refer to his wife as the Hosea joke of Mason Mill Road. Basically, Hosea, remember in church 61. Yes, it is. Anyway, I think the Hosea joke of Mason Mill Road, I said that to him. She's a lying, stealing whore, but she makes the great metaphor. I'm talking about Dr. Gary's wife. I don't know if you heard that, but I referred to his wife. Yeah, that's the first time I actually said that to anybody, but I've thought that up a long time ago. But Hosea is the Old Testament prophet. He's one of the few that Old Testament prophets that left any writing of his own. And basically he married a prostitute, and eventually later the prostitute ran off with other men, and he went searched for her and brought her back. And basically he used that, his relationship with his wife, as a metaphor to describe God's relationship with the Jewish people. Although the Jewish people had turned the back on God, he still took them back anyway. So basically, his wife represented the Jewish people. Yeah, he took them back. We left it to him and took them back, and he represented God. So I came across a cartoon that I don't know where I found it, but it was two men drinking in a bar, and silent. Howdy, howdy, partner. In God we trust. Why not? God, you work on the they're drinking and then the beer, and then eventually one of them breaks the silence by saying she's a lying, she's a whore, but she makes the great metaphor. It was his wife that fought over my feet first. Howdy, howdy, partner. God we trust. But she eventually freaked out one later when I did my own crystal method addiction intervention by telling everyone, started off who I thought my only friend and neighbor, and she ended up being nothing but, although just wife was Reverend Dr. Gary Senior Doctor of Theology. I can't say his name without sounding like a demon. He's not a good man now. Howdy, howdy, partner. God, we trust. Why not? God, you just want to send. Why not? Why is it hard? Now, wait on the cops. They both we come back out and give him a kidney. But when he had been phone, I had a chainsaw with me, and but it was used, and he goes, well, I do have a quick method addiction, but everybody knows I did my own intervention, and I'm on probation over the sign, so I can't help but feel like being set up. Even if this guy is not part of it, I think I can't help feeling like he can use this against me, all of it. The cops, the two cops over here didn't take it serious, and let me get them on the pictures here. This was the altercation. He pushed me and I fell down the chainsaw. I was picking it up. I got tired of it. I was going to go back to what I was doing. I picked it up, he shoved me, and then I left the chainsaw and I would come back up here. I wasn't going to just take it. And then we got the altercation, and he hit me and I hit him in the face. But we ended up back down here again, and I had him on top of him, holding him down. And there was a Hispanic guy working over here. This is Dr. Gary's wife, daughter, Reverend Dr. Gary Lander, and her husband. His daughter, Susan, is senior pastor at Mount Zion, United Methodist Church in Marietta. So they bought the house from Bob and Gary. Howdy, howdy, partner. God trust. Why not? God, you work with them. So this is still, they belong to the same family, although their daughter. But Dr. Gary shows up, and that's when it's so weird how all this is timed perfect. Howdy, howdy, partner. God trust. Why not? 7 years later, he is not a good man. He still won't do right. Howdy, howdy, partner. God trust. Why not? Howdy, howdy, partner. God trust. Why not? By the way, the little bunny rabbit on my back. Somebody threw that. I found that in my driveway. Inside of a bag. Well, the second time somebody's thrown me a gift, the bag had written on it "gift," and I opened it up, and there was a cat with Mickey Mouse, and there was the bunny rabbit that in the song. I dropped it, and it'll still shake his head. Well, I'm not going to show you that, and nobody knows what the words of the song are, and. What else was in the bag? A card that said the Lorax and Happy Easter and it's an anonymous fan. So I don't know how much of this is actually almost side or make fun of me. But there were also 5, 6 tampons thrown out here, unopened tampons, and then somebody had written on them, "Jesus was the code compliant problem." Think picnic, fuck the Lorax, all the different things they yell out here. So I don't know if it's just somebody. And during Christmas time, I found a little sock monkey. Written on the label, somebody marker grub on Krampus. So just a sense of humor around, kind of playing with it. Should let them see what I've done with their gift. Let's just see if they got. I want to keep it up. I mean, it's kind of like with code and language, but I don't know what they actually say, but I'm not. I think I find it interesting. I'm gonna turn.